Before he wore a crown, he wore dust. Before he commanded armies, he commanded sheep. The greatest king Israel ever knew began with nothing but a sling, a stone, and a God who saw what no man could see. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or at his physical stature, for the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." 1 Samuel 16:7. In the hills of Bethlehem, a young boy tends his father's flock alone. His name is David, the youngest of 8 sons of Jesse. When the prophet Samuel arrives to anoint the next king of Israel, Jesse presents 7 sons. Samuel looks at each one. God rejects them all. David is not even called. He is in the field, forgotten. But God remembers him. So he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, with bright eyes, and good-looking. And the Lord said, "Arise, anoint him, for this is the one." 1 Samuel 16:12. Samuel pours oil over the head of the boy who smells of the field. From that moment, the Spirit of the Lord comes upon David. Israel trembles. The Philistine giant, Goliath of Gath, over 9 feet tall, mocks the armies of God for 40 days. No soldier moves. Fear has paralyzed an entire nation. David arrives carrying bread for his brothers. He hears the giant's voice. He feels no fear. He feels offense for the honor of God. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? 1 Samuel 17:26. He steps forward. No armor, no sword, only a staff, a sling, and 5 smooth stones from the brook. "You come to me with a sword, with a spear, and with a javelin. But I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel." 1 Samuel 17:45. The stone flies. The giant falls. The earth shakes with the weight of his body. David does not celebrate. He stands still. The victory belongs to God. King Saul celebrates David, then fears him. The people sing David's name louder than Saul's, and jealousy consumes the king. Saul hurls a spear. David runs. For years, David lives as a fugitive, in caves, in deserts, hunted like an animal by the very king he served. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." Psalm 23, 1, 2, 4. Twice, David finds Saul sleeping. Twice he could have taken the king's life. Twice he refuses. "The Lord forbid that I should stretch out my hand against the Lord's anointed." 1 Samuel 26:11. He waits, not because he is weak, because he trusts God's timing above his own. Saul falls in battle on Mount Gilboa. His sons die with him. David weeps, not with triumph, with grief. He writes a lament over the man who tried to kill him. "How the mighty have fallen! Tell it not in Gath." 2 Samuel 1:19, 20. David is anointed king over Judah. Then, after years of war and waiting, over all of Israel. He is 30 years old. He captures Jerusalem. He brings the Ark of the Covenant into the city, dancing before the Lord with all his might, uninhibited, unashamed. And David danced before the Lord with all his might. 2 Samuel 6:14. At the height of his power, David falls. He sees Bathsheba. He takes what is not his. He arranges the death of her husband, Uriah, one of his most loyal soldiers. He tries to hide it. God sees everything. The prophet Nathan comes. He does not spare David. He speaks truth to the most powerful man in Israel. You are the man. 2 Samuel 12:7. David does not rage. He does not silence the prophet. He breaks. I have sinned against the Lord. 2 Samuel 12:13. Have mercy on me, O God, according to your loving kindness. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Psalm 51:1. The child born of sin dies. David grieves. He rises. He worships. The mercy of God does not erase the consequences, but it restores the man. David rules for 40 years. He is not remembered as perfect. He is remembered as a man after God's own heart, not because he never failed, but because he never stopped returning to God. I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, who will do all my will. Acts 13:22. He prepares materials for the temple he will never build. Wood, stone, gold, all for his son Solomon to complete. He pours everything he has into something he will not live to see finished. He dies an old man, full of days. David was not chosen because he was perfect. He was chosen because his heart was always turned toward God, even in failure, even in grief, even in the wilderness. If God could use a forgotten shepherd boy to change the history of a nation, what could he do with you? Subscribe, share this story, and never stop returning to God, no matter how far you've gone.